This is going to be a jam-packed video with Cardano content for you guys. A lot has happened here in the last few weeks, and admittedly, I have not made an ADA video for a little while, and it's time for one. So this is going to be a little bit longer Cardano video. A lot to unpack here, including what you see on screen, a crazy price prediction, potential price prediction for maybe not the next bull cycle, but the one after that. But we're going to come back to that later on in the video, so make sure you guys stick around for that. What I really want to dive into is some of this interesting data that recently came out from Messari. So Messari Crypto is an unbelievable analytics platform. They do a ton of market research. They are the leading provider of crypto market intelligence products, helping professionals and investors like us to navigate crypto with confidence. And a lot of times when we're reading things from Messari, we're not looking at charts, we're not looking at predictions per se. We're not projecting or forecasting where prices will go in a week's time or month's time. We're really looking at it from a long-term time horizon. So when we're looking at Messari and data from this intelligence platform, we're looking at this, what's going to happen 3, 4, 5 years down the line? How can we forecast this company, which in this case Cardano, how can we forecast their growth over the next decade, right? And these are the type of platforms that allow us to get at this. So they did recently talk about the state of Cardano, and I thought there were some really, really interesting pieces in here and really some bullish things to consider for the future of Cardano. If you guys are not new to me, you guys know how I feel about ADA. It's a long-term hold for me. It's something very similar to Bitcoin and Ethereum, right? It's something that I'm not looking for short-term gains here. This is something that if it becomes half of or 75% of what Ethereum is, which I think it can get there, then this is something I want to hold for a long time, right? Because we're super, super early to Cardano. So with that being said, it says here, with a dedicated community, this is coming from Messari's official Twitter account, of users and developers, Cardano has demonstrated staying power. In Q2, these are some really important numbers. Average daily dApp transactions, decentralized application transactions, were up 49%. That is just in Q2 of this year. TVL, or total value locked, is up 10%. And TVL on a year-to-date basis is up nearly 200%. Why is that TVL number so important? This basically demonstrates how confident people are with Cardano. And the more people that stake their ADA, the more this TVL number goes up. So this is really important, especially in this type of market, to gauge what the sentiment of this community is, to just see how bullish they are on Cardano and holding their Cardano for the long term. So the fact that these numbers are going up not only in this previous quarter, but we're up nearly 200% year to date is really bullish considering where we are overall right now and considering the price action we've seen. Cardano has been pretty stagnant. Like right now we're hovering right around that 30-cent mark. We've been here for a little while now. It's pretty stale, at least here from a price action standpoint. But you peel back the curtain and you peel back the onion a little bit, and there's different layers here, right? And what it shows us here is long-term investors are getting more bullish. So it also shows us just how early we are. People are seeing beyond what's going on in the weekly, monthly, and even just this past yearly time frame. So if we go inside this a little bit, there's a ton of data in here, absolutely a ton of data. Messari does some really, really great work here. This came out about 3 days ago. So in addition to some of those numbers I gave you, through 2023, Cardano moved up from 34th to 21st in TVL ranking across all chains. That is bullish. That is showing growth, showing signs of development. Hydra head development continued with proposed typologies as well. Of course, Hydra was a major upgrade that we saw. Interest from ecosystem teams has also been on the rise. And if we look here a little bit further down, some of these key metrics, some of the overview here, this kind of highlights, ADA's price in terms of where we've been. And Q2 of last year, we were at 47 cents. But as we know, Q3 and Q4 last year were brutal. We closed Q4 last year at 25 cents, and currently we're sitting at about 28, 29 cents, closing out Q2 this year. Total value locked, you can see what's happened here. As we turn the page into 2023, that number has went up significantly from late last year. And then we can also see active staked ADA has also had a nice boost as well this year as well. So, and this, again, tons of data here, tons and tons of data. Active addresses and transactions, pretty standard here. I mean, pretty flat. We've seen a nice spike in transactions actually just in the last few months, which that's good. And Q2 in particular of 2023 has seen a nice spike. Now it says here, despite ADA's price decrease, revenue grew 11.5% quarter over quarter. Okay, so again, peeling back the onion a little bit, that's good. How about this? Miniswap dethroned JPEG.store as the most active dApp in Q2. So Miniswap has seen a ton. And by the way, that is an automated market maker. It was the most popular Cardano dApp by transactions in Q2, clearing 1 million monthly transactions. Stablecoins help drive TVL to a yearly high. That's stablecoins on Cardano. Of course, ZED is the big one that has recently, taken the Cardano space by storm. So there's just a ton of great stuff here to kind of dive into. And, speaking of some of these great things building on Cardano, I was recently approached by Vi Finance. And this is in the DeFi space with Cardano. Of course, you guys know I've been talking about Cardano way back since early 2021. And Vi Finance is right here from their Cardano Cube website. They are building in DeFi. And Vi Finance is basically the original interpretation of a DEX, integrating a liquidity aggregator or auto harvester as their top layer. This is where users can actually come in and without managing their own funds, this auto harvester comes in and can do that for them instead. So in practice, users either don't have the time or knowledge to engage with a DEX, can basically come in and choose varying levels of risk, and it's all auto-populated and done for you, which is awesome. And that basically, this is kind of the main bread and butter of Vi Finance. And again, happy to be working with them right now and just bringing more eyeballs to what they're building on top of the Cardano network. When you go to Cardano Cube, guys, it's crazy just how much is going on, right? So if you actually come over here and go to their ecosystem, you could just see it's crazy. DEX, wallets, DeFi, infrastructure. You could start to see there's just tons and tons. Look at this. These are all different dApps and utility projects. They have NFT projects on here. And actually, if you come over here to DeFi, you'll see Vi Finance right here where my cursor is, as one of those projects building on DeFi. I'll leave all the links to Vi if you want to check them out. There's so much going on Cardano. And this is something we've talked about before, but we can actually see it now in Messari's report, that it's not just about the price action. It's not just about where is Cardano today. It's trying to project, can Cardano be a mainstay? Could it be a powerhouse 3, 4, 5, 6 years from now? Could it be something that coexist with an Ethereum? And there's room for other projects to coexist with Ethereum. Which ones are going to be there, right? And everybody's speculating. Everybody's trying to sift through and pick the ones that they think will be here. But when I see what Cardano's doing, when I peel back the curtain, this is why I've invested in them. This is why I am taking a chance and saying that Cardano will be one of those chains that is sitting alongside with Ethereum when we're all said and done, especially when we look at smart contracts and DeFi and dApps and those type of capabilities. So I know this is a little bit longer update than usual, but just wanted to kind of, bring you guys up to speed on what's going on with Cardano. The fact that Messari put some of this out, I think, was really, really important. And I'll leave a link to this down below if you guys want to check out the entire report. They do these quarterly reports quite often, and there was a lot of good stuff in here. Again, super, super detailed if you guys want to comb through it and check it out. But these are some of the things you want to do when you invest in something, especially for the long term. It's kind of like, same thing in the stock market. You want to see, quarter over quarter revenue, right? You want to start sitting in on some of those calls that they have on a quarterly basis, right? So this is something for you if you're interested in that. I'll leave these links down below. But overall state of Cardano is pretty good. Oh, and by the way, I told you I'd come back to this at the end. Crazy price prediction, right? Cheeky Crypto, content creator on YouTube, predicted the price of Cardano could potentially surge to $31 in the long term. I know we're a ways away from that, but keep in mind our all-time high right now is a little bit over $3. He's basically projecting a 10x from our previous all-time high back in 2021 at some point. He didn't put a timetable on it. If I had to, again, pure speculation, I don't think we're going to get to a $31 ADA in this next bull cycle. I'm thinking more of like a $7 to $8 to $9, $7 to $9 ADA, somewhere in there. But $31, a decade from now can certainly happen. I mean, the crazy thing is when we're trying to project where the market's going to be in a decade, it's so hard, right? Because we're only at 5% adoption. I mean, the amount of money that can still come into crypto and where that money and how that money is allocated, right? That's where it gets tough. But a lot of it will be concentrated on the top chains, Bitcoin, Ethereum, and we hope Cardano will be, one of those as well. Keep in mind, Cardano has been a top 10 crypto since 2017. It has not wavered from that standpoint. Still has the same leadership in place. There's active development going on. We can see that with the Masari update. So there's a lot to like about the future of Cardano, and hopefully you got some value in this video. Again, a little bit longer than usual, but if you did, let me know down below, and I appreciate you guys so much. We'll see you in the next video.